Welcome back to another episode of Myths and Mysteries in Black and White with your two hosts, Josh and Ed.
What you say?
Been a long time coming, this, brother.
It has been. Like say, that not just a new episode, but a new season, new series.
But first things first, same old, as always. Ed, how are you doing, mate?
I'll tell you what, I've been lost. I've been lost without this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Like, it's same old. Like I say, not a lot has changed. Like, since we head off, really.
No,
nothing exciting's really happened too much. So, but no, I'm just so pleased to be back doing what we love.
Absolutely.
We haven't been out doing investigations or not because we've been really. It's just seemed like ever since the season ended, we've been just so busy.
Yeah, exactly.
But now we're getting back to it. Hopefully, it's going to spur us on now to make time to do some other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well. I mean, first things first, I want to just say an apology straight away because I won't go into detail, but I've been struggling with a few things recently, so
no need to apologise for that, mate.
Cheers, brother.
No need to apologise.
That's one of the main reasons why there hasn't been. We've gone so long with that before. But, oh, fucking hell, Josh! It's been that long. I can't even talk now. No, but that's one of the main reasons why it took so long to get season 3 up and running. But we're here,
and we're here to stay.
We're here to fucking stay.
Yeah, and also we are going back to our old ways because we feel so much more comfortable. And if people don't like it, that is up to them.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, it's our podcast, and we just feel more comfortable.
Yeah,
I know, like the profanities and everything in everyone's cup of tea, and we respect that, and we're sorry, but that is just who we are.
Yeah,
and if you can't get behind us for who we are, then you ain't ever gonna like us. Let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
So
fuck
it.
Yeah. But no, as we said last season, this season we will be talking all about different mythologies. Yeah. Now, I met up with Ed a couple of days ago. We've got a full-on plan now. Yeah. Not just of the podcast itself, but other things that we're going to be working on.
Yeah.
Other projects, all different kinds of things. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do.
Yeah. And also, I don't know about you, Josh, but if we could probably put one or two of the different things on our Facebook as well to keep content up on the Facebook.
Yeah,
maybe,
definitely.
Yeah, and as well as our TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. So
exactly,
we'll be releasing. We're going to be busy boys. Let's put it this way: we've pretty much got a whole week set, a weekly set now. What we're going to be doing. So
we are back, and we're back with a vengeance.
Exactly, and we're here to stay. And I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been excited for us to come back and asking us when are we coming back, and we're here, we're home.
This is it.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we'll be talking about different mythologies. We've split them into 4 or 5 groups.
Yeah. Because sorry to cut you there, Josh, but on our last episode, we said we was doing 4, but me and Josh, after our meeting, we are now doing 5. Because I just feel like we just need a little bit extra, and I feel like people are going to enjoy them as well. Yeah,
absolutely. So for the first group, we've decided basically what I'll say. We'll give you a sort of brief rundown. Basically, what's happening is each mythology or topic we're covering is split into 5 episodes. So it'll be 5 episodes on Greek mythology, 5 episodes on Egyptian, 5 on Norse, and 5 on Asian, and the mystery one as well.
Yeah. Do we tell them about the mystery 5 at the end? Or should we leave it?
I say we leave it for now. Comment, see if you can figure out what it is.
Yeah.
See if you can figure out what it is. What I will say, it's not like the other 4 mythologies. So you have got to think outside the box with this one. It's not even realistically a mythology.
But it
ties in with it.
Yeah, they have their own mythology. Their own myths. Let's put it that way.
See if you can figure it out.
But 4 of them do. The other one is just because it's cool.
Yeah. Let's be honest. But no. So obviously the first group of mythologies we're going to be covering is Asian.
Yeah.
And we split it because it was difficult because there's such a vast majority when it comes to Asian mythology.
Yeah,
we could do an entire season on that itself.
Yeah, it's a whole continent.
So what we've done, we've chosen 5 that pique our interest out of all of them.
Yeah.
And we're going to be discussing them. And it will be a different country each episode. So, for the first episode, we will be talking about the Chinese mythology.
Yep.
I knew nothing about Asian mythology at all. Absolutely nothing. And I was doing my research this past week, looking up like things to do with Chinese mythology.
Yeah.
My fucking God, it is actually unreal.
Yeah, it's mad.
It is unbelievable.
Like you say, I'm the same as you. The only thing I knew about like Chinese mythology is dragons.
Yeah, of course.
So that's the only thing really I've done any research on. So, but when I have looked into dribs and drabs, shall we say, of different Chinese mythology, it is to the brim.
Yeah,
it's so well diversified.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing I think we ought to mention with all of the mythology topics we're going to be covering. We cannot cover every single thing because we will be here for the rest of our lives.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we've trimmed them down as best as we can to basically give you a brief rundown of the mythology, shall we say.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's get season 3 going.
Yeah, boy.
So, to start off with Chinese mythology, I think the best place to start off is obviously with the creation. So, in the cosmic chaos, there was an egg. Inside the egg was somebody called Pangu. Not Pingu, Pangu.
There's a fucking penguin.
And he was the first god and the first giant. Basically, the first being.
Yeah, so in our retrospect, it'd be like God for Christianity.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing.
Exactly. That's another thing I want to say. We may joke, we may laugh at certain things here and there, not just with this topic, but with every single one. Yeah. We don't mean any offence at all if somebody genuinely does believe in this stuff. It's us. We can't help it.
Exactly.
So as I said, this Pangu was the first god, first giant, the first saintly being. Well, whilst he was in the egg, he created heaven and earth. And every day he grew, the heavens would grow 10 feet taller and the earth would grow 10 feet thicker. Well, after about 18,000 years, Pangu was finally finished, and with some saying that this was the formation of yin, of the infamous yin and yang symbol.
Yeah.
With yin being the turbid earth and yang being the limpid heaven. Right. However, some believe that yin yang came first and created Pangu. Right. So, again, depending on what you believe or not.
So could that be, like, saying that yin yang could be like the first? Because it don't sound like they were a sentient being.
No.
It sounds like it's more of like a spirit or like a matter of some
sort.
I
think that's what they're getting at.
And they pretty much used Pangu to create an embodiment for themselves.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Oh, mate. Time off. I've got so philosophical. I ain't all just about hunting and trapping and shit like that. I'm thinking outside the box.
Well, as with all living things, obviously, eventually, they must die. And so did Pangu. But with his death, creation bloomed, for his body became everything we see around us. So his left eye became the sun and his right eye became the moon. The stars were formed from the strands of his beard. His 4 limbs became the edges of the earth. His blood formed the rivers. His breath formed the winds and clouds. His head became the earth itself, and its hairs became the plants and trees. His teeth became metal and rocks. And finally, his sweat and fluids became the rain.
Where's the sea?
I don't know. He's gone.
And also, are they just saying, so was Pangu a flat earther? Because he's saying like his arms and legs was the edges of the earth, and there's no edges because the earth's round. So and they're saying that he was the first flat earther.
Big up Pangu. See, so anybody out there that believes, oh yeah, it's flat earth, yeah, Pangu come up with it first.
Yeah.
Get it original. Well, after some time came the goddess Nua, and she saw the earth created by Pangu and saw how beautiful it was and decided to live there. But after a while, she became lonely and decided to start making people. She took up the yellow earth and started to form people with her bare hands. Almost like a clay model, basically. And there's just like, boom, person.
So there's loads of morphs.
Yeah, pretty much. If you know, you know. Big up Morph. He used to terrify me when I was little.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet Mr. Blobby did as well, didn't he?
Fucking, I hate that prick. Fuck Mr. Blobby. Anyone who likes Mr. Blobby is a dickhead.
I liked Mr. Blobby.
I'm sorry, you're a dickhead, bro.
I used to love Mr. Blobby.
It fucking terrified me. It was the voice. Fuck off.
He's great.
Well, this became very exhausting. Obviously, she's creating bare people with her hands. That is going to get knackering. So she took a leather cord and dragged it through the earth, shaking pieces of the earth off, and those pieces became people along the way. Why she didn't just do that in the first place, I don't know.
Didn't think of it.
Well, now after a while, these people began to die. So instead of constantly creating humans, she gave them a way to reproduce. Well, many years later...
bitch.
She's sick to death of all these people dying. She's like, give them cocks.
Give them cocks and vajayjays. Jesus Christ.
Well, many years later, a massive flood passed over the entire land and only 2 people survived. Now, this is where it gets a bit mad.
Adam and Eve?
I don't know. Maybe. But they were brother and sister.
Ah, yeah. Of course.
Now, both of them wanted to reproduce to ensure humanity would survive. However, they felt great shame because they knew they were siblings.
Yeah.
They called to the heavens but received no answers, so they decided to do 2 tests. The first was they went up a high mountain, rolling 2 millstones on either side of the mountain, and if they ended up next to each other, it means they could marry.
Right.
I don't know how.
Right.
But they did. The rocks ended up meeting at the bottom. They dug a ditch so it would meet at the bottom.
Yeah. Our homeboy, he was like, yeah, I'm doing it. Gotta get some action.
The second test is they went to 2 different locations and started fires, and if the smoke from the fires intertwined with each other, it means that they could have children.
Oh, get real. That's what I mean. That's what, in a way, I love mythology, but sometimes it's just so mad.
Yeah, exactly.
They say, like, oh, we're... Basically, whoever like came up with these stories or everything like that, they're pretty much saying that they're all inbred.
Yeah. Yep. And as we said before, the smoke did intertwine.
Of course it did, because wind works like that,
yeah.
doesn't it?
So the siblings believed that they had the blessings from heaven. However, when the sister finally gave birth, it was not the child they expected.
Right.
Instead, she gave birth to a spherical piece of flesh.
So she just gave birth to the head.
Yeah, pretty much. No eyes, nothing, just blob.
It was a blobfish. She gave birth to a fucking blobfish. We've all come from blobfish. What do you mean?
Big up blobfish.
If you don't know what one of them are, look it up. There.
Oh, honestly, just be prepared.
I feel sorry for them because you're mad. Right, if reincarnation is a thing or something like that, and you come back and you think, oh, what buzz? Oh, I'm a blobfish. Like, no wonder they look so sad. Because I would if I looked like that fucker.
They're so clapped. It's unreal how clapped they actually
But
are.
I'll admit, I'm not the best looking of people, but I must get a little bit higher than a fucking blobfish. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, I do feel for him. Like, I think if I ever went fishing, I caught one. I think I'd kill it out of their own sanity.
It's just I'm doing you a favour here, mate.
I wonder what they taste like.
I can't imagine them tasting nice just because of how clap they look.
I'd still try it.
Well, this caused the pair to begin weeping, which is when Nua heard them and appeared before them. She took a knife and cut open the piece of flesh and formed not one, but many children. So she's thinking she's having a kid. She's given birth to a blobfish. They've cut the blobfish open. And now she's got about fucking 54 children. What do you mean?
She had a belly full of people. Everyone just gave birth to a village.
Oh no, I've given birth to this monstrosity. No need to fear, Noah is here. Cut open, boom, you now have Luton.
Fuck old Weep and all. No offence, Luton. Jesus Christ.
Well, after humanity had been created again and was reproducing, the Jade Emperor...
Right, so it's even more incest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we're all depicted from ancestry.
Yeah.
Big up.
It worked for Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, after humanity had been created and was reproducing, the Jade Emperor, Lord of the Heavens, sent 3 emperors to rule over them. Now, this is where I am going to apologise, because if I butcher these names...
Oh, no.
I don't speak Chinese, so I might not get the right pronunciation, okay?
You don't speak chow mein. Oh, no, I'm very sorry. I don't mean that. Oh, I'm very sorry. Oh, fuck it. Oh, no.
Oh. The first he sent was Tian Guan. Tian Guan?
Yeah. Tian Guan.
Do you know what I've noticed, right? Going off topic
no.
a bit. Chinese is the only accent where if you try and pronounce something as clear as possible, it still sounds racist.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, even you can't help but do an accent whenever you're speaking something to do with Chinese. It just naturally happens. Like, I just went Ting Wang. I'm like, no, why am I saying it like it's Ting Huan? You see what I mean? Try and say Tin Huan right now.
Tian Guan.
And tell me it don't sound even remotely racist. I'm sorry, China.
Oh, we're getting pulled off, mate.
Well, he was the ruler of heaven and would bring happiness, freedom, and riches.
Fair. Sounds like a good man.
The second was Di Huang,
Di Huan.
meaning the ruler of the earth, and he would judge over the people and their actions.
Fair.
The third was Shi Huang.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Di Huang, Shi Huang, Ting Huang.
Are they all? So I take it they're all brothers.
Yeah, there must be something. He was emperor of the water, and he would control the waters and overcome diseases.
Good man. Sound like good people.
All 3 emperors will be worshipped all over China.
Mm-hmm.
When the Jade Emperor saw humans on Earth, he decided to give them some rules on food.
Right.
That he thought the other bit got mad. This is where it gets a bit more mad. Because in order to give the rules to the people, the Jade Emperor decided to call upon a beetle.
Right. Because that's the thing, right? They say that they made all people and that. They never said anything about they created the animals.
Yeah, they just showed up.
Yeah, and the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Loophole. Well, the Jade Emperor called upon a beetle and told it to tell the humans to eat once every 3 days. However, by the time the beetle arrived back to Earth, it had confused the message and told humans to eat 3 times every day.
Yeah, breakfast, dinner.
This
tea.
caused humans to gorge themselves, along with that, they began to obviously excrete a lot. I'm not making this up. I swear to God, this is genuine Chinese mythology.
Is this how the dung beetles come about?
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is.
During this time, heaven and earth was held together by great pillars, and the Jade Emperor couldn't stand the smell and destroyed the pillars to separate heaven and earth. And as you just said, to punish the beetle, he made it eat the dung of that the humans made.
Dung beetle.
Creation of the dung beetle. So there's a bit of a mad backstory of like the creation of Chinese mythology.
Yeah.
So
in the child, like when they worship and that is how they believe the creation of Earth will happen.
Yeah.
Through ancestry and shitting beetles.
I'll give him points on originality.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Tolkien could George R. Martin.
Yeah. That's where you missed the trick, George. You forgot the Beatles.
Yeah, you forgot where were the shit rolling Beatles? To punish the people, we've got to fucking eat the shit.
Because he got the message wrong. Imagine that happening nowadays. It's like an Amazon delivery driver, you sent the wrong parcel to somewhere. It's like, right, you're eating shit for the rest of your life there, boy.
Whatever was in that parcel, you're eating that for the rest of your life. Jesus Christ.
Well, Chinese mythology has covers of many different gods, emperors, and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we'll be here all day if we spoke about them.
Yeah.
So I've got here the main 10 deities, or deities? What is it?
Deities.
Deities of Chinese mythology.
Yeah.
And again, apologies if I butchered the names. So the 10th one is Yu Huang, who is the Jade Emperor, who I just mentioned.
Right.
So obviously I just spoke about him, so I'm not going to go over him again.
So is the Jade Emperor, because he sent the 3 emperors to do like heaven, earth, and the water. So is the Jade Emperor meant to be like God then?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
I think like this Pangu and Nua were like the original, the OGs.
Right.
They must have fucked off or died or whatever.
Yeah.
Jade Emperor took over, and now he sent these 3.
Right, okay.
Well, the 9th one is Fuxi?
Yeah.
I don't know how they say the XI.
I'll say Fuxi.
Fuxi.
Sounds better.
Well, he is one of the oldest gods in Chinese mythology, considered by many of one of the 3 people who helped create the world. Don't know why. He was responsible for teaching the humans basic survival skills, including fishing, hunting, farming, and medicine.
Mm-hmm.
He is also credited with the invention of Chinese writing.
Right.
And he is often depicted with a snake wrapped around his body, symbolising harmony between opposites. And he is also seen as the great protector of couples and families, and is worshipped in weddings and birth ceremonies.
Oh, right.
Well,
Why a snake?
I don't know, maybe because serpent, maybe it's like, see, we're getting on, so why can't you get on, sort of thing.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, number 8 is Nua, who, again, I've already mentioned, so I won't go over her again.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 is Shennong, and he is one of the strongest gods in Chinese mythology, and is considered one of the 3 kings who helped create Chinese civilization.
Right.
And he is depicted as a man with either an ox or a dragon head.
Cool. That's cool.
According to legend, he is the creator of traditional Chinese medicine and is credited with discovering many medicinal plants and developing techniques for agriculture.
Right, yeah.
So he made joints. That's why he's loved. He found a way to make joints. Big up Shannon. He's prayed to in ceremonies for healing and protection against diseases and plagues, as well as protector of farming. Well, number 6, you have Guanyin. Guanyin. She is considered the goddess of mercy and compassion, and she is depicted as a female figure with multiple arms, symbolising her ability to save many people simultaneously. She is willing to always help those who suffer, which makes her one of the most famous deities of Chinese mythology, due to being constantly invoked in prayers and asked for help. Number 5, you have Chang'e, and she is Chang'e.
Oh. That's a block game, isn't it?
Well, she is an important goddess in Chinese mythology, as she is associated with the moon. And this is a bit of a weird story. She is depicted as a beautiful woman wearing a jade tiara. Right. That wasn't the story.
Because Jade's an emerald-like thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, according to legend, she fell in love with a mortal archer called Hou.
Robin Hood?
Maybe. The skilled bowman was tasked with protecting the world from the attack of 10 firebirds that burnt everything in their path. He shot 9 of them down. However, he pardoned one to serve as the sun that illuminates and warms our world.
Right.
So apparently the sun is a big bird.
But weren't it Panku's eye?
Well, this is what I don't get. It's like
very contradicting.
Yeah.
Because his left eye was the sun.
And his right eye was the moon. So I don't get.
Yeah.
How...
Unless like the sun was always there, but he used the firebird to actually create the heat.
Yeah. Yeah, it could have been. Well, mind you, it does say illuminate and warm the earth. So, yeah, maybe the sun was there. It just might do its job, sort of thing.
Yeah, true.
Well, as a reward, he was given the potion of immortality by the gods. Well, one day, Changa couldn't resist her curiosity and peeked into what her husband had kept, and what she saw was the potion. She ingested the whole thing, causing her to fly into the moon, where she lives to this day.
Fucking Armstrong didn't say. Neither did Buzz Aldrin. You'd have thought they'd have said so. That's what I mean when they say to this day, because we've been to the moon.
Yeah.
Apparently.
She weren't there.
She weren't there.
Where's
She
she
was
at?
on the dark side of the moon.
The fourth one is Lei Gong. He is the god of thunder and lightning in Chinese mythology.
Ah, Thor.
Yeah. He is considered a divine judge in charge of punishing those who violate laws and ethical principles.
Right.
He is depicted as an opposing man wearing a red robe and carrying an iron hammer. So it's a B-Tech 4.
It's a Chinese Thor.
Yeah.
I would say B-Tech. That just makes...
Mate, Thor has Mjolnir. This guy has an iron hammer.
Yeah, but that might have a cool name.
Yeah, but Mjolnir.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean? You can't start just having the Chinese and the Norse fucking going at each other.
That's what they ought to make, a giant, like, God War game. Do you know what I mean? Just gods against gods.
God of War.
No, because that's Kratos just fucking them all up.
Yeah,
I mean, like
all the mythologies going against each other.
That'd be sick.
That would be pretty cool.
He is often summoned in religious ceremonies to ask for justice and protection. Well, number 3, we have Shi Wang Mu.
Yeah, I ain't even going to fucking attempt that.
And she was known as the Queen Mother of the West and is associated with immortality, healing, and longevity. She is considered a benevolent and compassionate figure. She is depicted as a beautiful and elegant woman dressed in long robes and a hat with phoenix feathers.
Mm.
She is seen as the guardian of nature's secrets, able to grant immortality and healing for those who revere her. Number 2, we have Neja. I had to be careful there.
You ain't got to be careful.
Well,
if
no,
I was
I
saying
ain't, yeah. He is a unique figure in Chinese mythology, associated with protection, courage, and loyalty.
Mm.
He is depicted as a child with magical powers and superhuman abilities, such as controlling fire and wind.
He's an avatar.
Yeah, boy. He is also seen as the champion of the innocent and oppressed.
Mm.
Nah, the best one, number 1, is Sun Wukong.
And the monkey god.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you've probably heard of him or at least seen a picture of this geezer.
Yeah.
He's the Don.
Can you remember a film called The Forbidden Kingdom? And it was
vaguely
Jackie Chan and Jet Li.
Yes.
And Jet Li was the monkey god.
Sun Wukong.
Yeah. That was a great film.
Yeah.
I love that film.
Well, like we said, he is the famous Monkey King in Chinese mythology. He is born from a magic stone and is trained to become a powerful fighter and martial arts master. Get him in the UFC. He rebels against the gods and becomes the Monkey King.
Mm.
In an attempt to curb his rebellious behaviour, the gods invited him to participate in an expedition in search of the sacred scriptures in Western China.
Right.
He accepts the offer, but causes much chaos during the expedition.
Mm.
On his adventure, he faces many enemies, including demons, monsters, and other gods. Using his wit and powers, he batters every single one of them.
Because he's always depicted with a bow staff.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
He's always, yeah. But I remember that because I always remember like in Chinese mythology, it was always like a monkey king or monkey god or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I never actually remembered his name, but
big up. Now this story, so they were the 10 most famous deities in Chinese mythology.
Yeah.
This story I found was pretty not interesting. Well, no, it's pretty decent. It's the myth surrounding the Chinese zodiac.
Oh, but before we get on there, right? Sorry, but you know, like you said about like the Monkey King being like sick of martial arts. Have you ever seen like how Shaolin monks train?
No.
Oh my fucking god!
Are they the ones that sort of like sit there in the splits and have people kick them in the bollocks and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
I've seen them. Then,
honestly, if one of them at 14 years old went in the UFC ring, they'd
smash everyone.
They would knock them all out.
Yeah,
and I mean, they could be them versus Habib and John Jones, and he'd knock both of them out.
Yeah,
they are unbelievable. Like the training they have to do, they have to start at a young age.
Yeah,
like 3 or 4.
To build up endurance or something, or like a tolerance to certain things.
And how they train, like muscle train, like strength training, endurance training, pain training. I remember I was watching a TikTok about it. I was in awe. Like they are ridiculous. Like, they're just above normal humans.
Yeah,
in every single way. I respect them so much because that is their life.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're so peaceful people.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're unbelievable.
Mad.
I wouldn't want to piss one off.
Oh no, fuck that.
They'd fold me up and just leave me on the side of the road. Wouldn't even think twice about it. Wouldn't even break a sweat.
Yeah, so as I was saying, like, this is the myth surrounding the Chinese zodiac. Some people might have heard this because I think I remember reading. Fucking shut up.
I mean, like the Chinese New Year, like
kind of thing, like the animals surrounding it.
It was a race, wasn't it?
Yeah. I remember learning about it in school and things like that.
Yeah.
So, but for those that don't know, in Chinese mythology, the Jade Emperor wanted a way to measure time, and so he organised a race, to which the first 12 animals to cross the finish line or the river would earn a place on the zodiac calendar in the order they arrived in. So, this is the story of the race. The rat rose early with the sun to get a head start, but on his way to the river, he met the horse, tiger, and ox. Because he was small and couldn't swim, he asked the others for help. The horse and tiger refused, but the ox gave him a lift. As soon as they was about to cross the finish line, the rat jumped off and secured first place. So he was a fucking rat. The ox finished second, and the tiger third.
How can an ox beat a tiger?
I don't know.
That was mad.
Well, the rabbit finished fourth, the dragon finished fifth, and the snake sixth.
What? The dragon should win it all.
Exactly.
They fly.
I think it did say something like it could have flown over, but it was mesmerised by the water or something like that.
Right, okay.
The horse finished seventh. And when the Jade Emperor looked over at the river, he noticed the sheep, the monkey, and the rooster all atop a raft working together. Well, when they made it across, the trio agreed to give 8th place to the sheep, followed by the monkey and the rooster. Next came the dog, and finally, last was the pig. And because of this, each year is associated with one of the animals of this order, with the cycle starting over every 60 years.
Yeah.
So that is why, obviously, depending on what month you're born, is what animal.
What year?
Associated with.
Yeah. What year you're born?
Yeah, we're born, sorry.
Yeah, because we're both year of the pig. Fucking oink.
Fucking, of all the animals, we get a pig.
Yeah, I know. I know someone who's like year of the dragon. I'm like,
of course they are.
Fuck you.
Isn't it?
It's so cool. Like, no. We're the fucking... But then, because they call it pig or boar.
Yeah.
So I'll say, you're the boar. Because
sounds better.
Yeah, than a pig.
Pig.
They were last. It's like, oh my god.
It's tragic.
It's sad. I still can't get that, though. How an ox beats a tiger in a race.
Yeah, it's a bit mad. When you've got a dragon, a tiger.
Yeah. Even a snake.
Yeah. And a horse. I mean, an ox beats them.
Yeah.
I mean, a rat makes sense because he's on top of the fucking thing's head. But
yeah. Madness. Let's say it must have been a head start.
Yeah.
Like, he was already crossing over by the time the tiger jumped in.
Must have
It's got to been. Right, we're going to do this in real life. We're going to... we could use a Komodo dragon, couldn't we?
He'd eat all the rest of them.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Well, no, we're doing, like... they're in compartments, so they can't...
Yeah, alright, yeah.
cheat. Like, they can't eat each other. And then, just see which one actually wins. And then redo the whole lot.
I'm done. If anyone knows where we can get a Komodo dragon, tiger, horse, fox, ox, rat, monkey, sheep, dog, and the others.
Yeah.
Please let us know.
Rooster,
snake.
Yeah.
I mean, snake would be the easiest one to get out of them all.
Yes, pet shop. And so's a rabbit.
And a pig.
Yeah.
We got them 3 on lock.
Yeah. He got an ox? Yeah. What for? We want to race him? What are you racing him against? Well, snake, dragon. Are you doing the Chinese race? Yeah.
Yeah. Sell tickets.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool, yeah.
That's not if you'd be interested.
How we would do that, I don't know. That'd be so cool, though.
It would. But, talking of dragons, obviously, we can't mention Chinese mythology without mentioning the dragons.
Yeah. Boy.
Which is obviously your territory.
Yeah, it's very much my territory, and no, it has changed that much. I still have a shit phone. So, okay, what's that? Oh, right. Well, for starters, it's worth noting that the Chinese dragon, or a lung, as they're actually mainly called, is very different from the European dragon. If you've seen our other dragon episodes, you know this very much. For example, while European dragons breathe fire, the Chinese dragon typically breathes clouds. The anatomy of the Chinese dragon, which I have mentioned before, is also unique. The head, for instance, often looks like that of a camel, while the eyes look like those of a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, the neck looks like that of a snake, whereas its paws are of a tiger. Contrary to what most people assume, the legendary Chinese dragon was usually not vengeful. Ancient Chinese people didn't usually blame dragons for natural catastrophes and other disasters. Instead, they often saw dragons as benevolent, wise, and powerful.
Yeah.
No one knows exactly when legends about dragons first originated, but the symbol dates back to at least 3000 BCE.
Fucking hell.
According to one theory, the legendary Chinese dragon evolved out of ancient totem worship practices. Ancient people may have created dragons by combining attributes of several creatures, like tigers, snakes, eagles, and carp.
Well, I suppose the scales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A different theory poses that the Yan Emperor, a legendary Chinese leader from dynastic times, was born of an encounter with a powerful dragon. As a result, Yandi was more powerful than most leaders. He partnered with Emperor Huangdi, and together they conquered their enemies, unified China, and according to myth, pioneered Chinese civilization.
Mm-hmm.
As time progressed, many Chinese came to believe that Yandi was one of their ancestors, which by extension meant that they were also descendants of dragons.
Right.
Like, we all know that in the real world, dragons do not exist. Well, they do and they don't.
Yeah.
Some people do still believe dragons did exist,
yeah.
But it's very difficult to say if they did or didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But in the mythological stories they inhabit, dragons reside in a variety of places. The celestial dragon, for example, lives in the sky, while the coiling dragon lives in the sea. Dragons are significant in Chinese culture because they are associated with business prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
So during Chinese New Year, many celebrations start with a dragon dance.
Yeah.
That you see them and they're fucking bobbing up and down
yeah.
and that. The aim of the dance is not just to attract attention, but to also ask for a prosperous new business year from the dragon gods. A good harvest and health. In traditional times, Chinese farmers requested plentiful harvest by making offerings to dragon gods. When drought struck, they did the same in an attempt to encourage a downpour from the heavens. Some people also believe dragons could protect their lands and harvests from flood damage. In addition to Chinese New Year, the dragon is a very significant creature during the Dragon Boat Festival, a Chinese holiday that's celebrated throughout China in late spring or early summer. During this festival, dragon-shaped boat races are traditionally held.
I've never even heard of that.
No, I didn't, to be fair. there are many theories about how the Dragon Boat Festival originated. One theory suggests that in its earliest form, the festival was celebrated to request good health as well as bountiful harvest from the dragon gods. Protective tokens. In China, people believe dragons can offer protection to homes and businesses. They're seen as protective figures, and that can be printed or engraved on sentimental or valuable objects.
Yeah, I was going to say, in a lot of like temples and that in China, you see like monuments of the dragons and things like that.
Yeah, pretty much they're guard dogs.
Yeah.
Dragons are powerful creatures in Chinese mythology. They're associated with the ability to control the seasons, time, and harvests. Generally, they symbolise the following: everything male. In traditional Chinese society, men were considered to be physically strong and powerful, and were often influential in community matters. Not anymore. Dragons were employed as representations of this relative dominance in traditional society. Masculine traits thus were considered physical manifestations of the mythological dragon. Nobleness. According to Chinese astrology, those who were born in the year of the dragon are more prosperous and noble than others. For example, 1988, 2000, and 2012 are considered dragon years. Many Chinese people, those born during dragon years, to be strong-willed, decisive, and self-confident.
Cocky bastards.
Oh no, you've got a fucking dragon. I'm pissed off about that. Agricultural life. According to Chinese mythology, dragons control the weather and the seasons. Though most dragons are wingless, male dragons possess the power to fly to the heavens and bring rain, while female dragons control earthly waters like rivers, lakes, seas, and wells. Good fortune. Some people also believe dragons symbolise fortune and good luck. Thus, people often engrave dragons on utensils and personal items to attract the best life has to offer. Kindness. In China, dragons are a symbol of kindness and warmth. Remember, but Chinese dragons don't breathe fire. However, there are some. Sorry about that. Chinese dragons are colourful creatures, and each colour holds unique symbolism. For example, blue and green dragons symbolise nature, health, and tranquility. Some people also associate blue and green dragons with healing, peace, and rest. Other notable dragon colours are the white dragon. The white dragon symbolises purity, just like in the West. However, people sometimes also associate it with death and mourning and see it as a bad omen. The red dragon symbolises good fortune. For this reason, the symbol is popular at weddings and other celebrations to encourage happiness and good luck. The yellow dragon symbolises good fortune and power. Some also believe this dragon can control time and seasons. Since it's the most revered dragon, ancient people often used it as a symbol of empire and the emperor. People also generally associate this dragon with attributes like warmth, wisdom, and wealth. The black dragon. Most people associate the black dragon with vengeance, thus it's often linked to catastrophes like storms and floods. And there's different types of Chinese dragons. The Chinese tradition include a variety of different dragon types. Each is surrounded with a wealth of rich symbolism. You've got the spiritual dragon. The spiritual dragon is blue and controls both the rain and the winds. Its job is to ensure that humans benefit from these two elements. The winged dragon. The fact that this dragon has wings is somewhat strange, considering that most Chinese dragons are wingless. It is, however, a very significant type of dragon. It symbolises rain and, at the times, floods. The celestial dragon. This dragon resides in the sky, where it protects the celestial gods from falling to earth. The coiling dragon. Known to live in the seas, the coiling dragon controls time. While most dragons possess the ability to ascend to the sky, the coiling dragon is restricted to the waters. Treasure dragon. The Chinese believe that this dragon can protect hidden treasures like precious metals, money, and personal wealth. The underworld dragon. This dragon controls rivers, streams, and seas. Some believe it's the feminine version of the spiritual dragon, and for this reason, the two can copulate. They shag.
Yeah, boy.
So pretty much, I'll say that that's like the yin to the yang.
Yeah.
The horned dragon. The horned dragon is one of the most powerful dragons in the Chinese tradition. Although sometimes depicted as having evil tendency is also associated with making rain. Half of these fuckers are making rain. Make it rain. And lastly, the king dragon, or dragon king, or dragon god, is considered the most powerful of all dragons. He can appear in a variety of shapes and is often depicted as human. He is thought to reign over the seas of China in all 4 directions, east, west, north and south. Dragons may only be mythological creatures, but they are very important to the Chinese people, and the impact of this cultural phenomenon is far-reaching. Historically, dragons have served as important symbols with a variety of mostly positive meanings. Understanding Chinese dragons brings you one step closer to a better understanding of traditional Chinese culture.
There we have it. I mean, they are cool. But even just like the drawings and like depictions you see of them, they look stunning. Do you know what I mean?
I prefer European dragons.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know. It's just something about the Chinese
Don't get
dragons.
me wrong. They look sick.
Incredible.
They look absolutely sick. Like, I love all dragons.
Yeah.
But I'll just, for some reason, I think because of like being brought up with like Dragonheart and that, I've always knew about European dragons before Chinese dragons. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I prefer Europeans. Yeah. But that, like, they are so cool. Like you say, like the scales of carp, they got eyes of demons, the paws of tigers, the body of snakes, and all stuff like that. And it's just like how they mismatched it, to make something so elegant, so fearsome.
I think as well it's the case of, like you said, they've all got their own purpose or their own meaning. Yeah, and they're completely different from one another. Like, I mean, half of them make it rain, but you know what I mean, like different colours and all that kind of thing. I just find that so interesting.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do too. Like, say, like, yeah, they got the fucking Dragon King.
That's what I mean.
Which is cool.
Which is apparently a human.
Yeah, I think it's a shapeshifter.
Like, I'm a dragon!
I am a dragon! I tell us it's time to go back to bed, isn't it? But, no, it's weird as well. Like, you got like the white dragon that depicts death. Yeah. Which I think's a bit mad. And then the black dragon, his vengeance.
Yeah, so it's like, surely...
But no, I do get that, because when it's about like the real piss it down, it's like black clouds, black skies. So yeah, I kind of get that. I do kind of get that, but still, why do they all have to make it rain? That's what confuses me. It's like, they're like, "That's my turn to make it rain." That's my turn. That's my turn. It's like, can one of you
just fucking make it rain already?
Yeah. But I think people still do it now, where they offer like gifts like milk and honey and stuff like that to dragon gods. Like, if they've got their own statue and that, they offer it to like bring good harvest, good fortune and stuff like
things like that. Yeah. Each to their own, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think that officially wraps up Chinese mythology.
Yeah, for like I say, it is shortened down. Yeah, because like I say, we'll be doing this like 6 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
At least. So, but no, that is. And hopefully it's like a Kickstarter for you at home. If you're interested in what me and Josh said, like, you can then go on to look more into Chinese mythology. Yeah. Like, say, like, there's stuff about demons, there's stuff about different monsters, different deities. Like, if any of them, I'd look at the monkey god, the Monkey King, because that is
he's the boy.
He's so like, some of the stuff like I've seen and that is quite funny and that, so it's quite interesting.
Yeah,
but I'm about done.
Oh, same here.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if I remember right, next week we are talking about Buddhist mythology. If I'm right in thinking.
Yeah, I think so. We should have looked at the book before we started.
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah.
We've only just started coming back. We'll get back into the
yeah. But yeah, well, we'll do Buddhist mythology for next week. And even if it is on the list, but like if it weren't second, like we'll just swap
them around.
Yeah. So yeah, that will be our next one.
Yeah. So, once again, thank you very much for listening. We're finally back. Again, apologies, it took so long for us to come back.
Hang on, you're about to finish. But
no, not just yet. All right. Trust me, I remember the routine.
That's all right then.
But I don't remember what I was saying.
Sorry.
Nah, you're all right, boy. Yeah, that was it. Like, just, apologies, it took so long for us to come back.
Well, you say that, like, apologising, but surely that's... Well, I'm hoping that's keeping people, like, interested. It's like, it'll make it more sweeter.
Yeah.
When we are back.
Yeah, exactly.
Because otherwise, if it was like 2 weeks, it's like people hadn't had time to miss us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So hopefully you have missed us.
Yeah. But like we said, we are coming back with much more. So please do subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because there will be a lot more content coming out on there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what? 3 things a week?
Yeah. Yeah,
3 things a week.
At
least
yeah.
on the YouTube. So, and that's not including vlogs and things like that, and investigations and all that kind of thing.
No, that's it. Also, I'd like to mention we haven't forgot about the BTR investigation we done.
Yeah.
It's just we've had a couple of difficulties with the recording. It's all there, don't worry. It is all there. It's just it's taken us a little bit longer to finish it off, pretty much. So I want to apologise to BTRT. They're thinking, it must have been, couldn't have been good because they ain't posted it. It's not that at all. It's not that at all. It is coming, and I really, really enjoyed that night, and I hope we get to do that again.
Yeah.
Soonish. So yeah, that'll be good. And go on different
we
investigations.
need to get them on the podcast.
We do. We've said it. We've messaged them and we've said it to them, and they're like, yeah, we'll get it sorted. But they've been so busy, because they're doing so much at the minute, and like we've been busy. It's just trying to find a time to
find. Yeah, right.
To do it.
This is when we're doing it. Let's crack on, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But no, massive thank you to everyone that has asked us where's the podcast at, or even still been listening throughout it, like gone back and listened to previous episodes again and things like that. We do massively appreciate it. I think that's about it, boy.
Yeah.
So, where can they find us?
Well, Josh, they can find us on our Facebook group, which is Mr. Mysteries in Black and White. You have to get approved, but don't worry, we'll approve you anyway. It's just people, if they start fucking about, we just take them off.
We can boot them off.
Yeah. But, so you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on our Instagram, which is Mr. Mysteries _ like the actual underline bit. You can follow us on Twitter, which is
X now.
Oh,
follow us on X.
Whatever is Twitter.
It's Twitter.
Which is, what was it, Mr. Mysteries 10?
Yeah, I think it is,
yeah. Hang on. I will find out. X. Why is it? Why have they done that?
Elon Musk, that's why.
Oh, yeah, true. Right. It is. Oh, it's Myths at Myths Mysteries 1, all one word. At Myths Mysteries 1. Or you just type in Myths Mysteries in black and white, all one word, and it will pop up. You'll see our logo. You can then, or you could make sure to follow us on our TikTok, which is Myths and Mysteries 10. I can't talk. Some things never change. So yeah, you can follow us on that. You can email us with your theories, your sightings, your criticisms, your praise, which we prefer, but anything to do with the podcast or us in general, just make sure you can email us at mrmysteries@outlook.com. Oh, I nearly forgot that. You can subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, which is Mr. Mysteries, but the easiest way to find it at the minute is through our Facebook group because of the algorithms and all that buggery.
Yep.
I think that is
TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
And the email.
And the email, yeah. That's it.
Yeah. But Josh, where can you listen to us?
You can listen to us at, let's see if I remember this, Podbean, Spotify, Amazon, Samsung, Podchaser, Player FM, and iHeartRadio.
Fantastic. I think that is all of them. But yeah, so yeah, you listen to us on there. I mean, you obviously are because you listen to us right now. But if you ever fancy listening to us on a different
platform, fill your boots.
Fill your boots, exactly. But yeah, no, keep an eye out. Let's say the best. I think out of the groups, the best one is the Facebook group. Yeah. That's the easiest one, really.
Yeah, and it's the one we seem to post the most.
Yeah. So that'll be the best one to go on. But yeah, I'm so pleased we have started season 3.
We're finally back.
We're finally back.
Took a while, but we're here.
Yeah, but let's say it, Josh, don't apologise for that because you're human at the end of the day, mate. And
cheers, brother.
I'd rather you be okay to come back.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
And then to force yourself and then not enjoy it. And
Yeah.
give it up completely. So, but no.
It's just so good.
Yeah, it does feel good.
Oh.
It does feel good. But yeah, we will see you next week.
See ya.
Happy hunting.